What is up, everyone? It's me again, and I'm at La Liga's headquarters in Madrid, looking very presidential, as I do, and following a dream realized when I got to witness El Clasico at the Santiago Bernabeu, which was an incredible experience and something I will never forget. This is a game we'll be talking about, of course, on La Liga Zone, and all the important and exciting action happening elsewhere, especially for the clubs in 3rd through 7th in the table, since these 5 teams are now only separated by 5 points. And of course, I'm going to show you the top goals and saves of the week. So let's do this. Now it's time for the best stories of the week in La Liga Santander, presented by Sling TV. And first up, it's the game of all games, the biggest match in the world, El Clasico, Real Madrid versus Barcelona. And with both teams separated by only 2 points at the top of the table, this game could truly be a decider in which club wins the league and which club does not. And after 90 minutes, 2 somewhat unlikely names, Vinicius Jr. and Mariano, became heroes by scoring 2 huge goals, while the best defense in the league, led by goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois, kept a clean sheet against Leo Messi and the league's best attacking team 2-0, which now puts Madrid back on top by 1 point, so it should be a great race to the finish line with 12 matches left to go. And even though it might have felt like it, those weren't the only 2 teams that played in Spain's top division this weekend. Sevilla maintained their position in 3rd with a wild 3-2 win over Osasuna at home, which saw them go up 2-0 when their opponents had 11 players on the field, but then Osasuna got a red card, and somehow after that, they scored 2 goals to tie it up 2-2 before Sevilla's Yusuf and Nesri scored in injury time to win it. What a crazy finish! And then there was a changing of teams in the 4th spot as Getafe won their first game in 3 weeks, a tough 1-0 win away from home over Mallorca, to take advantage of the team that was previously in 4th, Atletico Madrid, who could only muster a 1-1 draw with the last place team in the league, Espanyol. However, Saul's goal for Atleti was the highlight because what a goal it was. It was so well taken. And finally, tying a bow on these clubs that sit in the 3rd to 7th positions in the table, since these 5 teams are separated by only 5 points. Real Sociedad won their 4th straight game at home, a 1-0 result over Real Valladolid, with the game winner being scored by the suddenly red-hot Adnan Januzaj, which keeps La Real in 6th. While in 7th, Valencia, who have yet to lose at home all season, which makes them one of only 3 teams in La Liga to do so, did it again, beating Real Betis 2-1, even though they got outpossessed and outshot, which proves they know how to win. And that's an important quality for players and teams to have. Anyway, that wraps up the best stories of the week from the best league in the world, but as a reminder, make sure you do not miss the rest of La Liga Santander this season by tuning in live to Sling TV every weekend, because Sling TV is the official partner of La Liga in North America. You want them, I want them, we all want them. It's my top 3 goals in La Liga Santander from this past weekend. And coming in at number 3, it's Real Sociedad's Adnan Januzaj, because I love flash headers at the near post. They're impossible to defend for the defenders and the goalkeepers if the run is well timed and the cross is good. And Mikel Oyarzabal's cross was perfect here. Also, if you haven't seen Real Sociedad play this season, make some time to do it. They are so fun to watch. And then at number 2, it's one of my favorite players in all of La Liga, Kevin Gameiro, who showed just what makes him special when he figured out a way to create an inch of space to get this shot off. And are you kidding me? This is a ridiculous finish, which helped Valencia get a very important 2-1 win over Real Betis, so take a bow, Kevin. And finally at number 1, it's Atletico Madrid's Saul, who does extremely well here to get his feet set off of this defensive clearance to hit this ball as sweet as it could possibly be hit. I mean, his technique is so good, they should probably teach it in schools. And it ended up being an unsavable rocket into the side netting and definitely deserving of this top spot. For the first time all season, I have way too many saves to pick from this week's top 3 saves in La Liga Santander, but that's why I'm here, to make the tough decisions, especially as your new favorite president, on things just like this. And at number 3, we're going to start with Villarreal's Sergio Asenjo, because even though his club lost 1-0 to Athletic, he was still the man of the match due, in large part, to these 2 different double saves. One was a penalty and then the follow-up to that penalty, and then another double save later in the game. What a hero! And then at number 2, it's Real Madrid's Thibaut Courtois, whose tremendous save on Artur early on in El Clasico most definitely made a big difference in Madrid beating Barcelona 2-0, and what I love the most about it is how he cuts down the angle. This is world-class goalkeeping. Also, just for fun later on, he also made a big-time save on Leo Messi too, which confirmed what a great game the big man had overall and what has been a fantastic season for him. However, the top save of this weekend is going to be shared. That's right, I'm splitting this week's number 1 spot, so don't at me about it, between Barcelona's Marc ter Stegen, who had this ridiculous outstretched effort on Isco to keep the score at 0-0 at this point in El Clasico, and it lets Jan Oblak, who with the slightest of touches easily takes away what would have been the best goal of Espanyol's Victor Sanchez's life. I mean, these two saves are art at its highest form. Beautiful shots matched by beautiful saves. With his great performance in his club's must-win game against their biggest rivals, my MVP of the week, my man in fuego, is none other than Real Madrid's 19-year-old superstar in the making Vinicius Jr., who was the best attacking player on the night in El Clasico, and he was rewarded for these efforts by scoring the match-winning goal in Madrid's huge 2-0 win over Barcelona, which makes him the youngest non-Spaniard in El Clasico history to ever score in this derby, overtaking Leo Messi for that distinction. What a night for the teenager. Anyway, that is it. We're at the end of La Liga Zone for this week, but thank you for watching as always, and make sure you tune in for all the games in your favorite league in the world this weekend, but especially for 5th place Atletico Madrid, who are hosting 3rd place Sevilla. It should be a great one. Also, I'll see you next week. Un abrazo.